What if I told you that wealthy entrepreneurs are driving luxury cars for practically 40% off? Now, there's a tax loophole that lets them write off luxury SUVs, Teslas, and other vehicles as a business expense. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Now, I just want to start this video by saying over the last few years, I think we can all agree that regardless of political belief, the government's use of our tax dollars just has not been optimal. Now, it's the responsibility of all of us as citizens to pay our taxes by law, but it's not our responsibility to pay too much in tax. Ben Franklin once said that the avoidance of tax is the only intellectual pursuit that carries any reward. So how's it going? My name is Eric, and I've been a tax strategist and a financial accountant for the past 13 years. Now, with the recent advancements in AI and the weird political timeline that we're living in, I figured it's time for me to reveal all of the tax strategy secrets that I've been using for my clients. And I figure that if I can even save you a few more dollars in tax, that is a few more dollars that you can use for your family, your goals, or your favorite charity. And honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in the direction the government's headed currently. So let's send less tax dollars to the government and let's put more back in your pocket. So let's talk about Jake. Now, Jake's one of our clients that owns a marketing agency, and he's always wanted a brand new Range Rover. But instead of paying it for post-tax dollars, like most people, he used a tax strategy that let him write off nearly the entire cost of the car. So let's talk about how did he do it. He used what we call the secret, Bonus Depreciation and Section 179. Now, the IRS lets business owners write off vehicles used for business under Section 179. Now, if the car is over 6,000 pounds of gross vehicle weight, you can write up to 100% of the cost of the vehicle in the first year using what we call bonus depreciation. Now, the renewal of the 100% bonus depreciation is part of President Trump's new extended tax plan. So Jake's Range Rover qualified because it was over 6,000 pounds, so he wrote off $100,000 in 1 year, the purchase price, reducing his taxable amount by that amount. And then he was able to take that depreciation deduction even though he financed the vehicle. So you might be asking me, Eric, what about a smaller vehicle? I'm not going to use an SUV or van. Well, cars under 6,000 pounds will still qualify, but with limits. You're capped out at usually $20,200 in the first year. So Jake also happened to buy his wife a Tesla Model 3 who works in his business and uses it for business purposes. And then she also claimed mileage deductions to claim even more tax benefits. Now, luxury sports cars are also limited. Now, this means that if you buy a Porsche 911 or a Lambo Huracan and were somehow able to find a way to justify its business use, which is kind of questionable, you would be limited in the deduction you could take in the first year. So let's first talk about how you can legally write off your car. Number one, you got to use the car for at least 50% business use. And keep in mind that personal use is not deductible, nor is commuting. You want to keep a mileage log with an app like Mileage IQ. Now, if you buy the vehicle under your business name, you could strengthen your case for the deduction, but it's not an absolute must. You can still use a car that's titled to you personally. Now, what if you finance or lease? Buying or financing allows you to take a Section 179 or a bonus depreciation because you own it. But if you lease it, you could deduct up to 100% of the lease payments. Now, how do you write off the expense? You could either claim what we call standard mileage or actual expense. If you drive a lot for the business, mileage might be better. Otherwise, write off fuel, insurance, maintenance, and depreciation. You always want to keep good records. Now, finally, for bonus depreciation, what cars can qualify? Things like over 6,000 pounds for bonus depreciation are like a Range Rover, a Tesla Model X, a G-Wagon, Escalade, Ford F-150, a Honda minivan. These are all things that would qualify for bonus depreciation. Now, things under 6,000 pounds like a Tesla Model 3 or a Model Y, a BMW 5 Series, Mercedes E-Class, these would all have limits to your depreciation deductions. Well, I'm glad you stuck around to the end to learn how to best use your business used vehicle for tax savings. Now, in the next few videos, I'm going to cover and detail some more very specific strategies that we implemented with our clients to help them avoid paying too much to the government. Now, if you're like me and want to keep learning more ways to optimize your business and your taxes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, if you got a tax question or comment, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Until then, remember, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep.